Alright, looks like I'm going to have to go to so many different places in the lower mainland today. So I'm going to be everywhere. It's going to pretty much take up the entire day. I think the arm is healing okay. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but yeah, that's just the result, I guess, when you train a lot. Interesting news today about DJI and the security about the drones in terms of sending data. Apparently something they're changing it. I'll get into that later when I have a bit more time to talk versus trying to get to where I'm trying to go right now.
Yeah, that's the 10.
There's a lot of kids there. I think they're supposed to have some kind of eclipse event here, like during that day. I guess people can have a view of the telescopes or something like that.
And I know it hurts, poser boys, that Justin beat you, but I can beat Justin, so I'm not afraid of you. Cause Justin Bieber made more money than you, sucked in.
Justin Bieber makes more money? I think that's what he's saying. And I got another reply for the Mavic Pro gimbal from the DJI support. And from what I gathered, this email is basically, okay, send it back. It's almost exactly the same thing from what I read as when I sent the battery back in terms of how the process will work. One little funny thing is, I don't know if I read this before, but it said, pack your equipment safely, include additional protections such as bubble wraps and packing peanuts. I'm wondering how many people would actually read that as peanuts, like a snack peanut, as opposed to the ones you pack to protect it shipping. I don't think I remember reading that before. Holy cow, that is loud. Isn't that considered flying too close to a building? Holy cow. So for the comments here, the motor shaft could be slipping or worn. I don't know exactly what it is, but if that is the case, I'm guessing again, no software or anything like that will fix the issue. Now just a matter of if that is the case and will they do it, like in terms of fixing it. I guess that we'll see. With that one, you also said that maybe it's better for me to send it to a DJI sales or repair center, like somewhere closer here. It'll be better than sending it to like China where DJI is. To my understanding and from my experience from sending the battery back, it's being sent to somewhere in California. I believe that's where the repair center is or something like that. It's closest to here anyways. I know that shouldn't take like, 1 month to get there or anything like that, but I know some of you have said even though you live even close to that area, it still took you a while to get it back. I still haven't got the actual UPS label yet. That's what they did last time when they were ready to send. They give me this label and I just bring it to the store and then that's it. In terms of bringing it to a repair center, if they say, for example, they're not going to fix it for whatever reason, I guess that would be my only choice. But at this point, I guess another positive for me doing this too is I'm documented. This is how it is. Like, I'm showing you exactly how it is. If you buy a product from them, do they stand by it, and what's going on and all that. So here's a raw example, because I know there's a lot of talk sometimes on the forums, internet, saying like, what are you talking about? Support is great. And other people are like, what are you talking about? Support's crazy, it sucks. Well, I'm giving you everything raw here. This is as it happens. All right, let's get this done first. All right, off to the next place. That one was actually kind of fun. Funny enough, when I was in there, one of the person said to me afterwards, like, oh, you're that guy that did Wing Chun before. I'm like, how'd you know that? And she goes, she remembers seeing me like somewhere else. I guess that's how you know the true martial artists. They know it just by looking at, the stance and everything like that. So that's kind of cool. More worried about a drone flying over you or that airplane? Holy cow. And if it isn't obvious, I obviously can't fly the drone here because I'm obviously in the airport area here. Although you could probably see this like in a distance for the other videos that I've taken. Actually, what I find a little funny is there's so many residential houses here, and they probably have these airplanes flying over their houses every day with that noise. Makes you wonder how they tolerate that. If there's some people out there that can't even tolerate, like, you know, something as simple as the sound of the drone propellers. How do you tolerate that? Okay, I think this might be a bit of a walk. I actually wanted to talk about the DJI news, but I don't know if you guys can hear me with all the noise here, so I might just wait. Anyone guesstimate how low that's flying? For me, it's just curiosity on how, you know, again, people can freak out over something way smaller, whereas something that huge, like, okay, yeah, it's fine. The heck, the place is here? Well, if I get kidnapped like that Instagram model, guys, start looking. I'm actually really early, so I got some time to spend, so I thought I'd take the time to try to talk about the big news that I read anyways about the DJI, since it's kind of quiet here. Yeah, so you remember last time there was a huge, I guess, controversy about the DJI drone products because the US Army, they stopped using it. They basically said stop using any DJI products, software, because there's some kind of security issue, mainly with the data, to my knowledge. I guess they're afraid it's easy to hack, or it's releasing information to the company that they would rather not give. So because of that, they stopped using it. Now, generally speaking, for things like the data and all those geofencing, I know a lot of commercial pilots, they were upset about that, because in some cases, like, let's say they're here right now, like, normally for a person like me, I shouldn't fly here, but for a commercial person, even if he has permission, I guess sometimes like that software, it will still block them out, and it will cause, you know, a loss of business. Now, to my knowledge, for commercial flyers, it's basically, nothing's really been done about it. It's basically like, well, that's just the way the product is, I guess, for the most part. But here it says, DJI develops option for pilots to fly without internet data transfer. So apparently, I'm guessing they have an option now where you can fly it without the need to send them back data back and forth to make it more secure. How many planes is that so far that flew by? So it says here, DJI, the world's leader in civilian drones and aerial imaging technology, is developing a new local data mode that stops internet traffic to and from its flight control apps in order to provide enhanced data privacy assurance for sensitive government and enterprise customers. DJI's flight control apps routinely communicate over the internet to ensure a drone has the most relevant local maps and geofencing data. Latest app versions correct radio frequency and power requirements, and other information that enhances flight safety and functionality. When a pilot enables local data mode, DJI apps will stop sending or receiving any data over the internet, giving customers enhanced assurance about the privacy data generated during their flights. I know I mentioned before, things like that data privacy issue could be a catalyst for the competition to completely take over their market share. I know, like, for a lot of people, it's, hey, if you had the choice, like, exact same product, exact same quality, this one keeps track of everything and so forth, whereas this one, you're free to fly it, like, whatever. Most people probably would go with the one that doesn't keep track of you in every single way. Now, to my understanding, their official stance is this isn't a response to the US military stopping to use DJI products. They said they've been doing this, I guess, the idea for a while, and they just kind of released it now. Although I think it's a little bit coincidental. I don't know if it's entirely accurate, but like there's even mentions like sometimes when you fly the drone, it sends back data of your maps, some of your cached images, or the audio. So in that sense, it could be like a security breach. Like if it's that easy for hackers, I guess, to modify the apps or something like that, then I'm guessing it's just as easy to get information like that, which might be the reason for the security concern. Usually when I read topics like this, I've mostly seen commercial companies, like large companies that say like, yeah, it's great because it gets them out of our way, I guess, like for our recreational flyers, so like go ahead, keep track of everything, geofence everything. Whereas I know a lot of recreational people say, no, well, it's basically like if they bought it, it's their property. If they do something stupid about it, then yeah, like they should pay the punishment. Like the company shouldn't play police on it. I guess for my personal opinion, I'm usually in the middle ground somewhere. I guess there should be stuff like geofencing and all that as an option for the consumer, because some people, you know, they just don't know, and that could be a great way to alert them. But for something to constantly send back data, I guess, to the company or whatever, or the potentially the possibility that they could do that, like, I don't think they should be able to do that at all. What do you guys think about it? It's kind of a controversial topic in many ways. I think it's good anyways if people have the option to do stuff like that, to keep it like private. All right, let's do this, I guess. It looks like I'm prepared to fight if there's a kidnapper. Let's see how this goes. I'm sure it'll be okay, but if anything happens, okay, you guys know what happened. Whoever finds this video. Hey, that actually went pretty well. It was really fun actually too. You just never know usually with stuff like this. Alright, I'm thinking I might just head back right away or stop by like the mall and stuff around here. Maybe you guys could get to see it too. Still want to get my drone practice in for the day, and if they send me that UPS label tomorrow, then I guess technically today would be the last day I can fly it before I ship it out. So I obviously can't fly it here, so I'll need to make some time for that later. What the heck? What the heck? I thought that was just like a fluke. Why is there more rabbits here? Actually, I hope the wind wasn't blowing into the mic too hard. That's one of the issues I've had trying to use this camera without like an external mic. I don't know if it's true, but I heard rabbits are actually one of the most dangerous types of pets to have for some reason, even though they look so cute and everything like that. Well, I'm glad I decided to take a little stroll. Wouldn't have saw that otherwise. Things you see when you go out for walks, huh? That's a little bit of time. Let's see if I can find anything here. Definitely not as busy as the place I usually go to, but it's way more light here. I actually still haven't gotten my new sunglasses yet either. I guess they don't have much supermarkets around here. Alright, no deals for today here, I guess. For the drone practice, if this is going to be one of my last times before I send it off, I was thinking maybe try getting the sunset test shot again since there's no smoke. Actually, last time I captured some shots here, there's a bunch of smoke. Remember how I said they're going to tear this whole place down and turn it into a downtown? Maybe I'll get a little bit of shots too, just what it looks like. Kind of weird how they didn't start their sirens right away instead. Well, darn, I guess I can't get that sunset shot. I was checking my other battery and it's at 40%. That's not enough to hover up in the air and get everything going down. I've never tried that JME drone, although I've heard of it. I think it's supposed to be a competitor to the Spark. I don't know, at this point again, like when it comes to trying out these new drones, I can't just go and buy like a bunch of stuff and just try it. Unless they have some kind of program or something like that where they let people try it for free. I mean, that'd be interesting to test out. And speaking of the Spark, I thought this was kind of interesting. You said you bought the Spark because of me? I don't even fly a Spark. That was for some reason all the footage of the Mavic made you want like a drone in general. So since I'll probably have to send my Mavic back in to check out to DJI, what you're saying is the longer they keep me down, the more sales they lose. Is that it? Maybe that's their incentive to expedite all of this. Although the more drone videos out there, the better, I guess, just for the public education. Anyways, see you guys later.